Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Marriage, Money, and Mindset. We're your host. I'm Jared.
And I'm Alexis.
Welcome back to another week of Marriage, Money, and Mindset. We are on episode 31 today. Episode 31. So this is Marriage, Money, and Mindset, where our goal is to be resourceful on those three topics to you, which is marriage, money, and mindset. We drop a new episode every Monday at 5 p.m. So before we kick this episode off, we want to say thanks to the existing subscribers for returning, and also thank you to the new subscribers.
We just hit 300. Yeah. Thank
Man,
you, guys. We're a little over 300 now.
Yeah, we appreciate every single last one of y'all, man. Thank y'all for subscribing. We also have an Instagram account. If you haven't subscribed to it or followed us on that, make sure you go and check us out on our IG as well. Anything else you want to add before we start?
No, let's get into it.
Yeah, so last week we did an episode, guys. We talked about distractions keeping you from winning in life. That was episode 30. Mm-hmm. So this episode 31, we kind of want to keep that trend going. So we got a little drawing going on back here. We're going to explain that here in a second. Yeah. So we're going to explain what's going on here as the episode progresses. But this episode is called Getting Out of Survival Mode. Mm-hmm. Getting Out of Survival Mode. So we're going to keep kind of that trend going from, last week we talked about distractions. So we want to talk about how if you're currently in a financial mode where you're not really considering investing, things of that nature, like we're going to get into it. I don't want to get ahead of myself. That's why I'm trying to be careful what I say right now, guys. But anyways, so let's talk about getting out of survival mode, Hershey.
So what is survival mode, or more specifically, we're going to talk about financial survival mode.
There you go, financial survival mode.
Yeah, so it refers to a situation where an individual focuses solely on meeting basic needs and managing essential expenses, often due to financial hardship or crisis. So whenever you're in survival mode, you're not always thinking about right and wrong. It's just, I got to get it by any means necessary.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll touch on what I put on here on my notes real quick. I said to ultimately get yourself out of survival mode, you have to position yourself to be in a place where you can acquire assets that cash flow and appreciate in value. Mm-hmm. Okay, so get yourself in a place where you can purchase assets, right? So, a lot of times, let's take somebody who's fresh out of high school, mm-hmm. right? They just graduated high school. Maybe they haven't been exposed to a lot in life yet. Mm-hmm. Usually people are just trying to figure things out. They don't know if they want to go to school, learn a trade, things of that nature. So you're kind of in the mode. Hopefully you still got good parents. Maybe they letting you still stay at home to figure things out. Sometimes parents kick them out. Yeah. Right. So if you're currently in that situation, right, so you're probably in survival mode right now, potentially. I mean, you're relying on your parents to cover your basic necessities such as housing, food, your utilities, etc. Right? Maybe you got a job, but you're not quite there yet, right? You're just in survival mode. So that's what we're gonna call this little guy right here, right? So by the way, what this is water, guys. So we have 4 different levels that we want to talk about. Mm-hmm. Getting out of survival mode, financial survival mode, right?
And before we get into those 4,
yeah,
there's also a common misconception with survival mode. So some people think that survival mode is only pertaining to poor people.
No.
But you can be making a lot of money, and a lot of money is going out as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. I mean, so look, guys, what we define survival mode, we call this stranded mode, by the way.
Right.
So this is the first level. This guy, think about, we're going to use the analogy of being out in the ocean, right? So this guy, he's in survival mode. He just want to try to stay afloat. He's just focusing on breathing. He's not, he's basically not trying to drown, right?
Exactly.
Maybe he's out there doggy paddling. That's the only swim move he know how to do, right?
Yeah.
So this is almost the equivalent of you can't really explain to this person, using this as an analogy, mm-hmm. about, hey man, you need to invest, you need to get your money working, you need to acquire assets, you need to, buy assets that appreciate in value, cash flow. Hey man, he just trying to survive. He missed me with that right now.
Exactly.
Right? Because all he care about is just getting air, mm-hmm. AKA the basic necessities in life.
By any means necessary.
Right. I'm just trying to provide my housing, my mm-hmm. food, my utilities. Miss me with that investment talk right now, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what this guy's all about. So we want to get away from that. We don't want to do what this guy's doing. That's a no-no, right? Okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's good. It's all good, baby. It's good. All right. So, guys, look. So, that's stranded mode, right? All right. So, let's keep it moving.
All right, so that next one is lifesaver. So this little guy right here, he's on a lifesaver. So that's whenever you have a job. Right. So you have money that's coming in. You're just merely earning a paycheck. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. So it's a job, merely just working, earning the paycheck, like Hershey just mentioned. It's not fulfilling all your aspects of life. While having a job provides financial stability and meets the basic needs, it may not necessarily fulfill deeper desires for personal growth, fulfillment, and work-life balance. Right. So in other words, so this guy right here, he's no longer worried about drowning. He has a lifesaver, right? He's like, hey, man, you know what? I may not be getting nowhere. I'm floating on this lifesaver, but at least I ain't worried about drowning anymore. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not stranded anymore. Right. I have a job. I'm able to provide for my family. Yeah. You know, we got some money coming in. Our basic needs are met. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, you know, we're good, right? Yeah. That's what AKA the lifesaver mode is, right? Now, again, we don't want you to stay there. It's okay to get there, but we don't want you to stay there, guys. So we'll put a check saying that this is okay.
This is just step one, but don't get complacent.
But don't, exactly, like Hershey said. But I'm also put an X here because you don't want to stay here.
It's not ideal,
right? Yeah. So getting out of stranded mode, we definitely want to do that. And in lifesaver mode, it's okay to get there, but we don't want to stay there, guys, okay?
Right.
So let's talk about the next mode, right? Mm-hmm. Which is speedboat mode. Talk to them about speedboat mode.
All right, so speedboat mode, that is getting a little bit further. You have a speedboat. It's a career with benefits. So now you have a powerful tool for achieving financial freedom by providing opportunities for earning income, building wealth, and securing your financial future.
Right. So, okay, speedboat mode, right, guys? So check it out. So just like our guy here, he was in the lifesaver, right? Mm-hmm. He upgraded to a speedboat.
Right.
Hey, he can see where he's going. He has something, you know, he's not working so hard to stay afloat anymore. He has a motor, right? He's in something that's going to get, he can actually have direction as to where he's trying to go, right? Mm-hmm. And he can go there a lot faster than, you know, being in a lifesaver, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, you know, like we talked, like Hershey just mentioned, it's a career, right? Mm-hmm. So a career can be powerful tool achieving financial freedom, by the way. It provides opportunities for earning income, building wealth, securing your financial future. A successful career can serve as a catalyst for achieving financial freedom by providing the income, the stability, and opportunities necessary to build wealth. Invest wisely and secure your financial future. And however, it is essential to manage your career and finances strategically. You want to set clear goals and make informed decisions to maximize your chances of attaining financial freedom, guys. So again, this isn't, I think a lot of people get stuck here. Again, I'm going to give it a check. However, we don't want to stay here, guys, right? Now, unfortunately, I think a lot of people in life, they choose to stay here because this is a lot more comfortable than the lifesaver. And it's for damn sure comfortable, way more comfortable than being stranded. Right? Because most people, think about it, guys. You get a career. You know, maybe you put in some time and energy for it to achieve it. You know, maybe you went to school. You know, you obtained the degree, right? And you feel like I've met my goal, you know, in life. Like now I can do the career. I can, you know, put away money for assets or to purchase assets, etc. Mm-hmm. You know, or maybe even like just rely solely on like a 401k or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. You know, only so much money can be allocated to invest, right? But what we want to do, guys, is get you from being in the speedboat level in life and try to focus on that yacht level in life. That's what this is supposed to be, by the way. I don't know if you can see it with Hershey in the way. Yeah, let him check my yacht out, man. You see the little dude up here? He live in Lodge, right? You know what I'm saying? So yacht mode. That's the mode that we ultimately feel like you should attempt to work towards, right, in life. Because think about it, guys, like it's a desirable lifestyle at that point, right? You know, now we have our time. We can manage our time at our leisure, right? Exactly. But of course, this takes time to get to, right? You know, so this guy, in order for him to upgrade to this yacht life, he's gonna have to put in that work. He's gonna have to put in that hustle. He may have to start some business. He or she may have to start some businesses. He or she may have to, buy, assets, right?
Definitely have to buy assets.
Definitely have to buy assets, whether that be stocks, crypto, real estate, a business.
That's the
right?
difference between these two.
Yeah.
Is this person is putting forth effort into the assets
Right.
to pay him later.
Right.
This person may just be dependent solely on the job, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
So he's not really going to get past this level if that's only what he does.
Yeah, exactly. So like this is illustrating that, he may have one stream of income. Him and his spouse, they have 2 streams total, right?
Right.
But this person has passive income. That's the difference. This is more so active. This is pretty much all passive, right?
Yeah.
The passive income that generates from the assets, right? So this guy's making money whether he gets up and go to a job or not. Mm-hmm. That's the difference, right? That's the desirable lifestyle guy, right? Mm-hmm. So again, guys, this is just one way of us illustrating how you go from, potentially being stranded in the beginning all the way to yacht life, right? So that's just our way of.
And this also takes sacrifice.
Yeah,
so that's what you
sacrifice.
don't see. That's what goes on behind closed doors. So there's many areas in life that you can sacrifice, such as like going out, driving a more conservative car or living in a.
It's a lot of investing you have to put in. I mean, ultimately, like you have to okay. For instance, guys, I feel like this is where we are. Like, let's talk about it, Hershey. Let's just be honest. That's us right now. We're in a speedboat, right? Our basic necessities we don't worry about as much. We focus more so on building up revenue from our business. Mm-hmm. We focus on buying assets, right? We invest a lot of money that comes in our household into stock market, into cryptocurrency, into real estate, right? After we get off our 9 to 5, we hustle 5 to 9, right? So, and then the point of active income that we make is to put it towards something that's going to generate passive income. That way we can now obtain the yacht life, right? So, of course, and again, guys, your yacht life is defined by what you define it as. Mm-hmm. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a luxurious life, by the way.
Yeah.
It can be a simple life, right?
Whatever you desire.
Whatever you desire, right? Whatever your, financial freedom, desirable lifestyle looks like, that's your, it's whatever you deem it to be, right? Because we have our own, form of what we deem it to be, just like you should, right?
Yeah.
Just because I call it yacht life doesn't necessarily mean it's you working to get a yacht. You know what I'm saying? So just FYI. But yeah, the speedboat's cool. I mean, like I say, that's where I feel like we are. It's cool, but we don't want to stay comfortable there. We want to work towards a desirable lifestyle, right? That's why we do what we do. That's why we encourage you to do that as well. But think about it. That's the whole point. Another point of this, trying to talk to this guy about investing when this guy trying to talk to this guy about investing. That's why I think it's a lot of times it's a struggle.
Right.
Because think about it.
Yeah, it's a disconnect.
He has no resources to invest.
Right.
He's stranded. He has no income, right? He has no income coming in.
No regular income.
He like, look, man, I'm just trying to survive right now. Miss me with that Apple, Microsoft, Google. I don't want to hear that right now. Throw me a lifesaver.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe you can get this guy interested. But then again, you're like, hey, he's more inclined to hear about investing than this guy. This guy is struggling, trying to stay afloat.
Yeah.
Make sense? Right. So that's what we're trying to illustrate here.
Financial survival mode requires, or getting out of it requires, a mindset shift. So it involves transitioning from a place of scarcity and immediate need to stability and abundance.
Okay.
Yeah. So this person, like you were just saying, is strictly,
Just trying to stay afloat.
Yeah, just trying to stay afloat. Everything is very scarce for that person, and even for the lifesaver.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have abundance yet.
No. Like I said, a job is not a bad thing, but it's not where you want to stop. It could be a great starting point, right? Get out there, get some experience in something, learn something about, because that's another thing I was going to say. Like, sometimes you'd be surprised. Like, you can learn people skills at just a job. Just knowing how to talk to people sometimes, guys. Like, a customer comes in, let's say you work at, I don't know, some restaurant. Customer comes in, hey, welcome to our restaurant. How are you doing today? I'm so and so. I'm here to help you. You know, whatever, right? Just having people like making eye contact, shaking somebody's hand. Those are skills that you learn at a job, in my opinion. Like that. Sometimes think about it. Like you tell me. I've met so many kids, man, that don't have just that basic skill, and it's kind of sad.
It's very sad.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm referring to. Like, you know, it's nothing wrong with this guy having, you know, the lifesaver guy. But you just don't want to stay there, guys, because in order for you to live an abundant life, staying in the lifesaver for the rest of your life. I mean,
where were you going with that skills point?
The skills? Well, I was just saying that, you know, you can learn so much here that can be beneficial to go to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah. So having the good people skills. So like, let's say you're going to a job and you want to advance to a career. Well, you can practice at your job. That was just one example, by the way. You can practice at your job with just basic people skills. Look somebody in the face, look somebody in the eye, shake their hand, greet them, speak, have dialogue with someone. And guess what? Now, when you get ready to advance to the next level, which could be the career, and you go in for that interview, you've accomplished, you can check those boxes. You have that basic people skill now. You can come in, you can speak to the individual that's potentially going to hire you. You can shake their hand, you can speak loud and clear to them. You can look them in the eye. You'd be surprised how far that can take you.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now that can be a skill you learn to help you excel to the next level and progress to the next level, which could be that speedboat, right? Okay. AKA the career, right?
Yeah.
So that'll put you in a position where you can now invest. You have enough revenue coming in. You can maintain. You're not worried about just staying afloat no more. You're not worried about just, you know, paying the bills, paying the home note, the utilities anymore. You have a surplus that you can now afford to invest and build up towards that desirable lifestyle, aka yacht mode, right?
Right.
Yeah. So again, I hope that made sense, man. You know,
that's a great analogy.
It was pretty fly when we was talking. I think we was talking about this at the marriage club with a couple we met. You know, we was having some good old, what that was sipping on. Having some good drinks, some good adult drinks. You know what I'm saying? And we was just chopping it up with a couple we met, man. And this was actually one of the analogies we talked about while we were hanging out with them. So we just figured we'd shed some light on it, you know, make it an episode, you know, talk about how, you know, you getting out of that that financial survivor mode, how crucial it is to do. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's if you want to get out of financial survivor mode, guys. If you're comfortable staying here or here, it's your prerogative, man. You know? So, you know, we just wanted to shed some light on that. Anything else you want to add?
Before we close, I want to give you guys an interactive question. So hit us up in the comments below. So some people who are in survival mode tend to spend money as soon as they get it. Why do you think that is? Are they buying impulsively to seek temporary relief? Is it social pressures to spend? Lack of financial literacy to manage their spending habits? Or something else? What do y'all think?
Yeah. Okay. Well, comment below. Yeah. Real quick, another thing I just thought of before I got off. I was talking to a coworker earlier about this. Not necessarily this, but it just made me think about it. You know, when this guy goes from lifesaver to speedboat, you want to try to maintain the same lifestyle, by the way.
Okay.
Let's talk about that just real quick before we leave. Because think about it. Let's just say the job is paying, I don't know, 30 to 40 grand a year. And then you go from 30, 40 grand. Let's just say you go up to 100% more, you know, which would be 60 to 80 grand a year, right?
Yeah.
First thing that's going to come to this guy's mind is more stuff like, oh, now I can go out and acquire more things.
Yeah. More liabilities.
Right. So try not to increase your lifestyle with
your income increasing.
And
that's what we meant earlier by the myth. So it's not only poor people that fall into this category. Right. You can be rich and still have expenses flowing out that don't need to be flowing out.
But I was going to also make a comment just based on what you just mentioned. Poor is a mindset, by the way.
Right. We mentioned that.
And rich is a mindset.
Correct.
Right. You can be rich, you can have a rich mindset, not physically rich yet. And then again, like rich and wealthy that's a whole nother topic. Maybe we need to do that as another topic, by the way. But poor is just a mindset, right? Just FYI. So we may make that an episode, by the way, a little later on the channel, just to discuss goal, to elaborate more on it, because we're going to probably be another 30, 40 minutes talking about that if we continue on that. But anyway, guys, look, we appreciate y'all watching, right? Thank y'all for tuning in. We hope y'all come back next week. Give this channel a like, share this video, comment below, subscribe if you haven't, and we will catch you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.